Hey, it's Joseph here with another video, and it's been about 3 weeks since my last video, and I recently got back from Southern California, got back about a week ago, spent a week over there visiting my family, was able to celebrate my granddaughter's first birthday, visit my other grandson out there and my daughters, so a wonderful time. But one of the perks was it coincided with the time that the Orange County Record Show takes place, which is on the last Sunday of every month, which except for December. And the Orange County Record Show, which I attended once before, is really an outstanding record show. It's not a huge show as far as size, but for the size of the building, the venue, it's packed with many sellers, and I was able to find some outstanding gems. And so that's what I'm going to do with you today, is share my finds from the Orange County Record Show. So let's get started. First of all, I found some Brazilian nuggets, always on the lookout for some Brazilian music, and it's very hard to find here in the Rio Grande Valley and even in Texas in general. So start right off the bat with Gal Costa, Gal Canta Caymmi. This is an album where she sings the songs of Dorival Caymmi, and it's a beautiful album. I love the vocal sound of Gal, and she really shines on this one with some outstanding accompaniment, and it's on the Philips label. Very good condition too. And this album, I believe, is from 1974, 76, something like that. So it's very much in the wheelhouse of some of the great Gal Costa music, and I'm really glad to find this. In fact, the seller, he had another one that I'm going to show you in a minute, but he says these Brazilian albums he picked up in Mexico City, so glad to find a new home for them here in McAllen, Texas. Staying with the Brazilian, my other Brazilian pickup is Elis Regina, Elis, and there's the back. There's the gatefold. This is also on that Philips label. This is an album, of course, released out of Brazil. And what can you say? Elis Regina, she's also one of the outstanding Brazilian vocalists of all time. Tragically, she died rather young. But this is the first album I've ever been able to find by her. Still would love to find the one that she did with Antonio Carlos Jobim, but more than happy to find this one in excellent condition. Of course, this includes Aguas de Marco, Waters of March, that famous Antonio Carlos Jobim tune, but Elis Regina, Elis. Next up, switching gears, we go to Mose Allison. This one is called Mose Allison, Mose in Your Ear, recorded live in your ear in Palo Alto, California. This one, I believe, is from what year? 1972, and it's on the Atlantic label. Atlantic. And what can you say about Mose? I'm a big fan of Mose. I was able to hear Mose live one time, sometime maybe in the early 80s or so at the Lighthouse, and he's just a powerhouse. And this one is recorded live, and he really stretches out on a piano, which is a real treat because no one plays the piano quite like Mose. He's definitely got his own style. It's kind of out there, maybe sometimes a little monkish, but more way out. Actually, sometimes at times he almost gets a little Cecil Taylor-ish to my ears. But great tunes here. Look What You Made Me Do, Fool's Paradise, Don't Worry About a Thing. He does a great take on the old Hank Williams standard, Hey Good Lookin', but this is great. Mose Allison, Mose in Your Ear. Now switching up to some blues, some blues rock, we go with the Canned Heat. This is, of course, the classic album, Living the Blues. Gatefold there with the band. And this is actually the first time I've ever heard this album. It's got Pony Blues, the old Charlie Patton tune, My Mistake, which is a great song led by Blind Al Wilson, Walking by Myself, Boogie Music. And of course, side 3 and side 4 is their long take, their long boogie, refried boogie, where they really stretch out as only the Heat can do. But I always have a soft place in my heart for the music of Blind Al Wilson. He was really one of the key artists that really took me into the blues, especially with the album Hooker and Heat. So even though the cover's rather beat up, the vinyl's in great condition. So Canned Heat, Living the Blues. And this one is, of course, on the Liberty label, double album. Next up, switching gears again, we got Judy Roberts. We got a lot of glare here. This is called Judy Roberts, Nights in Brazil. There's the back cover. This one is on Inner City. I believe it's a promo. It's a right promo. I'm not sure exactly if it's a promo. It doesn't say promo. But if you're not familiar with Judy Roberts, she's out of Chicago. She's a keyboard player, a great keyboard player, and also a vocalist. And here she's in a Brazilian mode for the most part. At times, not so much the sound of her voice, but the way she approaches the vocals, maybe a little bit like Flora Purim without the vocalese. But really nice album. She does a really good take on a Stevie Wonder tune called I Can't Help It. Nights in Brazil. Nice jazz, and of course, version of the Duke Ellington's tune called Sophisticated Lady. But anytime, I have one other Judy Roberts album, so I'm always on the lookout for her albums. And I was able to pick this one up super cheap. Judy Roberts, Nights in Brazil. Let's try to hurry up things here a little bit. Next up, more blues. This time it's Stand Back. Here comes Charlie Musselwhite's Southside Band. There's the back. And it's a Vanguard album release. And I always love the music of Charlie Musselwhite. Love the music of harmonica, blues harmonica. I believe he's really one of the great ones that came out of the 60s. He kind of was going maybe neck and neck at this point with trying to get that blues rock thing going on as Paul Butterfield did. But on this one, he's got an outstanding band, which includes Harvey Mandel on guitar and Barry Goldberg on piano, Bob Anderson on bass, and the incredible blues drummer Fred Bello Jr. on drums. But really glad to pick this one up. I think this is his first album on Vanguard. And great harmonica work, some great vocals. And it's Charlie Musselwhite's Southside Band, Stand Back. Switching gears here, as I always say. And this one is Claudine Longet Colors. There's Claudine, looking very nice there, French woman. There she is on the back. And of course, as most of her albums are on A&M. And this is actually the first album I've ever owned by Claudine. Her album covers always caught my attention, even when I was a young guy back in the day when they were first released in the 70s. I was always curious on how she sounded. Of course, I've heard her voice since on YouTube. I've streamed it and stuff. And she's not a great vocalist by any stretch, but a very enchanting voice, very mysterious, and maybe even kind of somber. A melancholy, you might say, she's definitely got a French accent. And as many of you know, she was married to Andy Williams at one time, and then there's a whole scandal involving a shooting where some people accused her of murder. But this is a great album. And but anyways, on this album, it's Scarborough Fair, which her voice, it's really a good fit for her voice on this one. And also another highlight is the end tune is what's the name of it? I think It's Gonna Rain Today, the old Randy Newman tune. And on that one, she's accompanied by Randy Newman himself on piano. So check her out. Claudine Longet, Colors. Any other Claudine Longet fans out there? Next up, we have Tony Rizzi and his 5 guitars. Tony Rizzi and his 5 guitars plus 4 plays Charlie Christian. There's the album cover. There's the back. It's on, I believe, a private press called Milagro Records. And if you're not familiar with Tony Rizzi, which I'm sure most of you are not, what he's done here is he's taken 5 guitars and he's transcribed the solos of early guitar pioneer Charlie Christian and made arrangements of them for 5 guitars. And he's supplemented by the sax playing of Pete Chrisley on tenor. And it's an amazing sound. If you're familiar with Super Sax Plays Bird, where the 5 saxophones play the music of Charlie Parker, this is very similar in that vein, but instead of Charlie Parker, it's 5 guitars and playing the music of Charlie Christian. So really glad to hear this one, pick this one up. Actually, it was I picked it up brand new sealed. So Tony Rizzi and his 5 guitars plus. Now for a little country music, big Sleep at the Wheel fan here. I've been on the lookout for this first album by The Wheel called Coming At Ya. Great album cover there. They're definitely looking young in those days. There's Ray Benson and Lucky Oceans and Gene Preston. Johnny Gimbel's on this album, back cover. And this is on the United Artists label. But like I say, I've been on the lookout for this album. Big fan of Sleep at the Wheel. I've seen the band through the years, probably about 20 times. I haven't heard them in quite a few times. They're kind of in semi-retirement. They don't travel nearly as much as they do, but it always puts a smile on my face, the great Western swing sounds of Sleep at the Wheel. And finally, last but not least, I'm a big fan of Maria Muldaur. This one is called Maria Muldaur, with special guest artists, the Chambers Brothers, Gospel Nights, recorded live at McCabe's. Here's the back cover. And this is on the Tacoma label. But Maria, she can do it all. She can sing rock. Of course, her big hit was Midnight at the Oasis. But she can sing blues. She can sing gospel, as she does here with the Chambers Brothers. And I had this back in my original collection in the day. And when I saw this one at the record show, I go, man, I got to have this one back again. And I'm really glad I did, because it's truly a delight. She sings Brothers and Sisters. If you're a Jerry Garcia band fan, you might know that tune. But Just Like an Eagle, People Get Ready, Traveling Shoes, all in all a winner. Maria Muldaur, Gospel Nights. So those are my pickups from the Orange County Record Show. Anyways, share with me if you're familiar with any of this music, if it sounds good to you. You can see my cat, she's looking out the window there. She didn't get involved in the video too much, so that's a plus, Persia. But anyways, till next time, Joseph out.